third preseason game, you expect to have more answers on what your 53-man roster looks like. But I feel this game against the Houston Texans for the 49ers, no questions were answered. There were just more questions added. You have a good question on what you're going to have for your running backs. Your offensive line, your depth there. You have concerns there. You need to see what you can do there. And also, just a very tough question on how you're going to fill this 53-man roster. And, hey, that's what I'm here for. Let's talk about it, really, right? Let's start with the offense, right? Kyle Shanahan once stated that this offense was going to play at half, right? The starters were. But with the toughness of this offensive line, of how very inexperienced the group was, the left tackle basically just came back from an injury. So, very rough outing. And there were, potential lineup starters out there. And they didn't help any quarterback that was under that line. Trey Lance, any reps for Trey Lance are good, but reps in which he is under pressure and can't fully find the pocket, that's even harder. But as I said before, any reps for Trey Lance are good. You need to know what he looks like when a pocket is collapsing, and this was probably your best tape for that. Also, you see more from Trey Lance with his accuracy. His accuracy is what was reported. He needs to work on some of his throws. Some throws he's good, some throws he isn't. But with how the Texans defense was playing, which needs to be appreciated, that they still gave it their all for this preseason game, in which they fought harder on against this offensive line than a lot of people. Here's the thing. For the Texans, it's probably easier to figure out their 53-man roster than it will be for the 49ers, just for how well the Texans played. But this is all about the 49ers, right? I talked about the offensive line. Not the best outing. You're going to have Mike McGlinchey and Trent Williams back, which should help you out. And I expect Kyle to fully open the playbook to help this offensive line, help Trey Lance, help the receivers, and help the running backs. That's another point to make about this offense. The running backs, no one was there to help out, right? When Kyle Shanahan after the game says he usually carries 4 running backs, you could not tell which 4 running backs it would be besides for Elijah Mitchell and Jeff Wilson. Sure, let me actually add in Ty Davis-Price, because the 49ers just drafted him. So Trey Sermon, Jordan Mason, what's going on with those two, right? Do you try and find Trey Sermon at a different home if you don't like him, or do you worry about releasing Jordan Mason and see if he can get onto the practice squad? I wouldn't test that, but hey, that's what the 49ers are probably going to have to hope for come 53-man roster cuts. And just the way the 49ers played, they just added more questions on how they want their running back room to look like, in my opinion. When it comes to receiving, right, there is a very interesting group there from them, right? Ross Drelly was your leading receiver. That's good. Juwan Jennings, he showed up today. He hasn't been showing up, but he showed up finally. He is a gamer, in my opinion. Not a practice guy. Who else is there? Snead, he dropped a very easy touchdown pass. Is he gonna be on this roster? Probably not, cause I forget his name, but one of the wide receivers is keeping making those special team plays, and he's gonna have that spot in my opinion. But hey, it's going to be very interesting with this offense here, right? And then let's talk about the defense a bit, right? Let's see if I can find the defensive stats here. Your leading tackler, very much. Let's actually see how many sacks did we get here. There were 3 sacks today. Should have been. Everybody had their flashes today. It's hard to talk about the defense because I fully trust this defense to figure it out, right? There isn't many questions on the defensive side of the ball. I fully feel they know what their side of the 53-man roster is going to look like. Maybe their secondary depth needs some help there. Jimmy Ward is going to be on the IR to start. Those 4 games he is going to miss are probably some of the hardest games the 49ers will have, besides for probably Chicago. So it's going to be interesting how the safety position looks. But saying Womack, the nickel cornerback, right? Very much a player, very much a dog. He keeps making plays. He keeps making those plays. So yeah, as I said before, no worries about the defense. It's just the offense. There's so many questions there. Are you really putting Trey Lance in the best position here, right? This very much was a vanilla play calling game, and I will understand that here, right? But I feel that you can't just hope Trey Lance's legs can help him. So really, I just hope come these 17 days, right, that the 49ers find something that clicks, find their offensive line, and maybe, hey, we'll look back at this Houston game and figure out that this roster was a wake-up call for this roster and for this coaching staff on, hey, what they need to do to help Trey Lance. And that's all you can hope for, really, with the preseason, right? And I'm going to end this video on a quote by Kyle Shanahan, right, of how he sees preseason, right? Preseason is important, but I compare it to the driving range. Whatever happens doesn't matter, but you got to practice it to get better. And that's probably the best way for you, the fans, to look at preseason, right? Don't overreact, don't do nothing. The preseason is meant for moments like this, and I'm glad the 49ers had a moment like this. I'm glad the Houston Texans played so well that the 49ers will have this moment. So, yeah, so it's going to be a fun 17 days from here. Well, it'll be 16 probably when this video gets uploaded, but, yeah. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, like, subscribe, comment. All that helps the channel out. We're on the road to 75 subscribers. And more content's on the way in the form of videos, shorts, basically just that. I really am going to publish more shorts in between videos because I think shorts help out. Shows the best of my content and shows some very interesting stuff there. But anyway, as I said before, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Like, subscribe, comment, all that. And I will see you guys next time.